What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, the Washington Commanders, formerly the Redskins, stunned the top-seeded Lions 45-31 to reach the NFC title game for the first time in 33 years. Jaden Daniels and the nothing-to-lose Washington Commanders sent the top-seeded Detroit Lions to a stunningly swift playoff exit. Daniels threw for 2 touchdowns, and fellow rookie Mike Sanristo had 2 interceptions, dazzling performances that helped Washington beat Detroit 45-31 last night to reach the NFC Championship game for the first time since winning the franchise's 3rd Super Bowl some 33 years ago. Daniels said, quote, "It's a surreal moment. The 6th-seeded Commanders, now 14-5, were nearly double-digit underdogs against the Super Bowl favorite Lions, now 15-3, and overcame doubts as they did all season with a new quarterback, coach, and general manager. Hell, new overall ownership in recently. I always believed that we could achieve more than people give us credit for," Daniels said. Detroit, the NFC's top team for the first time, with a franchise record 15 wins, doomed its chances of living up to expectations by turning the ball over 5 times. Lions coach Dan Campbell said, quote, "This isn't the time to talk about what a great year we had and all the wins. We're here to get to the show, and we fell short. That hurts." Sanristo, who won a national title at Michigan last season, picked off his second pass on a trick play with receiver Jamison Williams throwing into coverage off a reverse in the 4th quarter. Commanders coach Dan Quinn said, "Mike is somebody that he's hard to fool." Quan Martin returned a pick 40 yards for a TD in the 2nd quarter to put Washington ahead 24-14. Jared Goff threw 3 picks, and lost a fumble, turning it over 3 times in the ill-fated first half. He finished 23 of 40 for 313 yards and a TD pass to Sam Laporta that gave the Lions their last lead midway through the 2nd quarter. Daniels finished with 299 yards passing and 51 yards rushing, and just as important, didn't turn the ball over. He has a different poise, Quinn said. He's a rare competitor. Daniels became the 2nd rookie quarterback to knock off a top-seeded team, joining Joe Flacco, who led Baltimore past Tennessee on January 10th, 2009. Said receiver Terry McLaurin, "Nothing surprises me with him." McLaurin, who turned a short pass from Daniels himself into a 58-yard TD score. Quinn led Washington to his first playoff win in 19 years last week. The Commanders rallied past Tampa Bay for their 6th comeback win and 5th straight on the final play from scrimmage in regulation or overtime. The Commanders, who converted 3 of 4 4th downs, didn't let Detroit keep it that close. Washington outscored Detroit 28-14 in the 2nd quarter, the highest scoring quarter in NFL playoff history, to take a 31-21 lead at halftime. That's amazing. Daniels had 242 yards passing in the first half, setting a rookie record 1 week after becoming the first rookie to lead his team in yards rushing and passing in a playoff win. The former LSU star, who was the number 2 pick overall, was 22 of 31, including the long TD on the screen to McLaurin and a 5-yard throw for a score to Zach Ertz in the 2nd quarter. And I want to say this for a second. I'm a VA native. Now, while I'm not a Commanders fan, formerly Redskins fan, there are a lot of them. That's the vast majority of fans here in VA. Now, of course, with the way that Virginia's population has shifted, you got a lot of New York implants, people from various other states. So the Redskins / Commanders don't have the overwhelming, like probably 90% fan base they used to have, but still the plurality, if not the majority of fans in VA are Commander fans. And since the Super Bowl that they won back in 1991, there's been some very lean years for them. Very lean years. Trust me, I know. Just from observation and listening to their fans. But they're some of the most loyal fans. Not to knock all Cowboy fans, but Cowboy fans have a flippant arrogance about them that I despise. One of the things I notice about a lot of Cowboy fans is they do this, and you may agree to this, maybe not. A lot of times when they're winning, it's we with them. It's we. But when they lose, it becomes they. That to me sounds just smacks of fair weather fanism. You know what I mean? You're supposed to rock with your team thick and thin. Loyalty. Sometimes we talk about how these players aren't loyal to fan bases or loyal to franchises anymore, I should say. Sometimes these fans aren't loyal to organizations anymore. They just jump from whatever is the hot team, and it is what it is. But Redskin fans, to me, there's been a lot of thin rather than thick over the last 33 years. But they've been some of the most loyal fans, and they always keep the hope. And I don't know what's going to happen in the NFC title game, but just the fact they reached this level is amazing. And there's some good things coming with the Redskins organization, because this Redskin organization has seen a lot of futility and tragedy, including the passing, this despicable passing of Sean Taylor, who should have been a Hall of Famer. And if his career had not been tragically cut short, I believe he was only 24 years old. But this is a day of celebration for Commander fans, and kudos to the new ownership. And I gotta say something. I don't follow football anywhere near the way I follow basketball, right? So people that's listening to this video, you're still listening, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But the coach of the Lions, right? What's his name? Dan Campbell? Make sure I got his name correct. Yeah, Dan Campbell. Wasn't it recent that he made a boneheaded play in a playoff game where they went for it on 4th down or something? I'm a little bit vague with the details, but it was something that he did that was so boneheaded and it backfired. They lost the game or end up losing the game. Should he be on the hot seat? Because, like I said, I'm a little bit fuzzy with it. I remember something happening with the Lions in a playoff game, if I'm not mistaken, when they lost. Like I said, I'm a little bit fuzzy with that. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about that. Because maybe I'm misremembering something, but I thought I remember Dan Campbell making a boneheaded call. Maybe I think either he chose to go for it instead of getting the extra point as far as field goals or something. I can't remember the details anymore. But anyway, shout out to the Washington Commanders, and hail to the Commanders. Tell me what you guys think.